What's going on, wrestling fans? It is IC Fault. Welcome to Ringside News. And yes, I shaved my beard. I feel like a baby. Thank you for asking. But let's talk about SmackDown because, listen, some of us probably were not tricked at all. And some of us, maybe our minds were blown. AJ Styles pretty much was delivering the speech saying, hey, it's been a good time. I've had fun, but it's time for me to retire. I can't start from the back of the line and get a world championship match. That's too much work. So instead, we had AJ Styles pull a phenomenal, pun intended, move on Cody Rhodes. Now, I love wrestling so much because sometimes in wrestling, you don't have to actually win a #1 contendership. You don't have to win a tournament or win the Royal Rumble. All you have to do is attack the world champion or the Intercontinental champion. Whatever championship you want, all you have to do is go, I should attack them when they're vulnerable, when they're not paying attention, when they think I'm their friend. And on SmackDown, that happened here tonight with AJ Styles delivering a speech like Mark Henry did many years ago, where he was wearing a salmon jacket and he said he was going to retire. John Cena was there. It was a beautiful moment. John Cena gave him the championship and said, hold it up, Mark. And then Mark Henry gave John Cena the strongest slam, which took him out. And then that was the birth of the salmon jacket. So every time someone says they're going to retire or walk away and they can't do it no more, we all think of Mark Henry. So AJ Styles pulled a Mark Henry spot here, attacked the world champion, pretending to retire. And then, hello, we have AJ Styles getting a championship match. He doesn't have to start from the back of the line again. It's perfect. Wrestling 101. Attack the champion, you will get a championship match, even if the authority figures say no. I love it. I thought AJ versus Cody should have happened before, but I guess they wanted to extend this AJ Styles storyline, and beautiful, because they could have rushed it. It could have been, okay, you lost. Well, now you're going to fight in Saudi Arabia, and then that was it. But no, we extended the AJ Styles storyline. We extended having Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes have a great match as well. So a lot was happening here on SmackDown. But yes, it seems that AJ Styles giving Cody Rhodes the Styles Clash right there on the floor. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Now, Kevin Owens said some things, and they were true. They were true. Pretty much talking about how the Bloodline with Roman Reigns and the Usos and Sami Zayn and even Solo and the Wise Man Paul Heyman, that was good shit, man. That was historic, honestly. And I know people are like, oh, well, the Bloodline. I'm so sick of the Bloodline. Listen, think about where we are in wrestling today in the WWE, and think of where we were when the Bloodline started. The pandemic, the Thunderdome. And now here we are. And Kevin Owens brings up some points that this new Bloodline was Solo and Tama Tonga and, the Wise Man freaking out and being scared is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. And if you think it is, I disagree. And the fact that Kevin Owens is pointing this out on television really shows you that whoever is putting all the work in the Bloodline storyline with Triple H and the writer's room is showing you that they are reading Twitter. They are on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, reading the comments, reading the posts, saying like, we're not feeling it. We're not feeling this Bloodline. We're not feeling Paul Heyman and Solo. And it's fun. I like the development because obviously it's going to lead to the Usos reuniting and Roman Reigns returning. And then you have all that going on, the Bloodline Civil War all over again. And I love that. But also, we need some big wins. Like on SmackDown, the Bloodline beat the Street Profits. Street Profits, I love them so much as well, but they haven't been doing much either. If you beat two established wrestlers, maybe then we'd start somewhere. We have a conversation here. Unfortunately, poor Poor Carmelo Hayes. It happens. We're on live TV, man. You make a few mistakes. Carmelo was talking to LA Knight backstage, and he says, why would LA want to face you? Now, we're talking about Logan Paul here. We're leading into the Logan Paul LA Knight match we've all been wondering about forever. Clearly, it's going to happen probably, I'm guessing, SummerSlam. But LA Knight then says, if I have to face myself, I'd be looking in the mirror. You're talking about Logan, right? Let's see if you get the names right. Ooh. Ooh, as Elite Club 70B says, laughed my ass off. He got cooked, and he certainly did. Carmelo Hayes has fallen into what I like to call like the old WWE Christian storyline where, man, people love you and you come in, but you don't get the big opportunities and the big pushes that you deserve. It might happen eventually, but right now, it's not happening. And to me, Carmelo Hayes, just like with NXT, it happens a lot with NXT wrestlers. You're in NXT, you're world champion, you're doing great, you come up. Well, everyone else is now whoop up here, and you start down here. Before, you were up here, and everyone in NXT was down here. So clearly, the development territory is doing well for a lot of people. But because look at SmackDown, look at Raw, like really look at the rosters. I think everyone has come through NXT. Like, that's the new system. It's not, oh, you were somewhere else and now you're here. Well, I guess Tama Tonga. And this, Bayley and Piper Niven leading to a matchup versus, because of Chelsea Green losing to Bayley in Saudi Arabia. Now we're going to get Piper Niven probably at Clash of the Castle because, you know, why not? We have Piper, someone who clearly has the hometown advantage, taking on Bayley, who is probably going to get booed. And if you're watching at home on TV, is that the right decision? It's the right decision for Piper. It's not the right decision for Bayley because since she won the championship, just like Io Sky on Rock having a meltdown, Bayley should probably be having a meltdown too. Because it's really odd to me. I can't get behind a babyface Bayley the way she acts and the way she looks. Babyface Bayley to me is hugging people and the wacky inflatable away from two men. That's my babyface Bayley. When I look at her in this picture, all I think of is her and Sasha Banks running roughshod over Raw and SmackDown and NXT during the pandemic. I still love Bayley. I enjoy her work, but I don't know. Looking at her here and seeing her on TV, she looks like mean Bayley. We need Bayley with wacky, inflatable, waving arm tube men. Bring them back. They deserve to be resurrected. Bring back The Undertaker to bring them back to life. Does he do that? I'm not sure. But I think we need it. I think we need it. And this, I'm hoping, and I think the internet thinks it too, is people thought when Paul Heyman and Solo were talking backstage, who's we? Because Solo keeps saying we have this plan. We have a mission. We have this going on. Is this the beginning that people believe Jacob fought too? Who, spoiler alert, I have his phone number, but yet when I text him, he randomly will respond, and then sometimes it just gives me the cold shoulder. So I don't know what's going on with that. Either way, is he the we? Is he the we? Maybe. But all hail Queen Nia Jax. That's a look. It's a fierce look. Look at Cody Rhodes crying down there. He's seeing, I wish I had a crown. I wish I had a crown too. Nia Jax. People already don't want to like her. Now she has a badass crown. Has a guaranteed SummerSlam championship match against whoever the champion is at the time, which is going to be Bayley. I hope. That's a great match. That's a great match. You're trying to make Bayley likable? Well, you give her the person people want to boo the most, Nia Jax, to fight her. That's brilliant. Again, as I said before, if you want to hate Nia Jax, go ahead and hate her. because she is super nice in person. And look at that face. That's a face that someone says, I don't give a bleep what you think of me. Oh, hell. I will do whatever you need to do. Tell me where the bodies are. I will bury them for you, Nia Jax. And Cody Rhodes is the best actor in the world, where he knew in a script that AJ was going to turn on him. But here he is, pulling out tears and cries. Send this man to Hollywood. Send this man to Hollywood, because he took a moment that we've seen him cry over and over. When people bring up his father, he whelps up. He's like, oh, daddy. And is he really crying? Or is he pretending to cry like he is here with AJ Styles' fake retirement? I need to know, because I don't know. I don't know anymore. Is he really sad all the time? Or is he pretending to be sad all the time? I don't know. But I would watch him in a movie. Maybe he could be like the biopic of Eminem. Got the hair. Moving on. And as the comparison I brought up earlier, people had AJ Styles and Mark Henry comparing each other here with this picture. And it's true. AJ Styles is the new Mark Henry. Or is Mark Henry the OG forever? Probably the OG forever. I also tweeted this out too, because before anything even happened, I tweeted out this picture. AJ Styles right now in SmackDown. It didn't even happen yet. It just seemed like it was gonna happen. But also, what seems to be going on here? Uncle Howdy. There are so many YouTube channels that are doing this, and God bless them, because they have the time and the effort and the magnifying glass to do the research and look at all these clues, because remember who you are sign right there in plain sight. And we have seen today Uncle Howdy in the woods. A picture was posted and was deleted instantly. We have seen them take over Instagrams, the live Twitch streams. Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. This is happening. We don't know when, because dates keep appearing, and yet the dates seem to suggest it could have been in Saudi Arabia, and that didn't happen. And now it suggests it could happen at maybe Clash of the Castle. It can keep going forever, because this is what wrestling fans would rather see than probably the end result of what we will get. And I love Bo Dallas, and I love the fact that they're keeping Bray Wyatt's spirit alive, because I absolutely will ever love Bray Wyatt and think he's one of the best characters that ever existed. You have your opinion, I have mine, but I think Bray Wyatt is one of the best characters of all time. And now they're keeping him alive with the Uncle Howdy storyline, and maybe this will lead to Alexa Bliss and Dexter. There's so many people with so many theories, but I'm excited. Very excited to see what happens next with Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas and the Wyatts. Eric Rowan. Blair Davenport finally appeared as well. Blair Davenport. These new NXT call-ups have been missing in action, except for Lyra Valkyria. Well, I'll never say her name right, but I think I said it right there, actually. But Blair Davenport being showcased on SmackDown as well. I like to see this. I like to see this. But all I have to say is tonight's SmackDown was really about establishing, obviously, the championship match between Cody and AJ, but just keeping everything flowing forward. Like really nothing jumped out, but nothing really was like, oh, a new storyline. Like we're leading us into Clash with the same storylines we had at Saudi Arabia, and that's fine. All hail Nia Jackson, Uncle Howdy. There you go, folks. Thanks for tuning in to my SmackDown recap here on Ringside News. I'm C-Fall. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.